Yes.
All right, you guys, thank you, and welcome to our Business of Coaching webinar. We titled it The Business of Coaching because so many people don't even correlate that what we do is a legit business. So the goal of this webinar is to really explain to you the different unique points about being a Beachbody coach and at a deeper level, and explain to you what it is, what successful coaches do, and get into how we make money, how we help people, all of that. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys real quick because we've got this cool presentation for you. Go over into present mode. Thank you guys again for being here. All right, can you all see my screen?
Yep.
Perfect. So my name is Jessica Lanier. I've been a coach for about 3.5 years. You'll hear a little bit about my story tonight, but I am co-hosting this with Dana, and we've got some other amazing coaches that are going to be speaking tonight. So let's get started. All right, Dana.
So if you can scroll down a tiny bit, for some reason I can't see the whole full screen.
Oh, really?
Oh, there we go. Now I got it in full screen now. Perfect. Quickly, I'm Dana. I have been a coach for about 5.5 years now, which is absolutely crazy. But we are here tonight. We're going to share with you why we're here, how we're different, what we actually do as coaches so that you can get a better understanding of that, how we earn income, and all about dreaming big and taking action, because you will quickly learn that there is nothing without of reach in a business opportunity like this. And we are excited to share all about that with you tonight.
Absolutely. So my outline, pulling that up.
Are you freezing?
Also, as you guys log in, if you wouldn't mind muting yourself, that would be super, super helpful.
Let me see if I can't mute people for you.
Oh, that's okay. That's all good. Okay, Dana, you want to tell people why we're here?
So why we're here. So we as coaches, a lot of us came into this really just wanting to get started on our own health and wellness journeys. A handful of us kind of knew the opportunity right from the get-go and what was possible with this. And we are here tonight to really share with you just about our mission as coaches, why we fell in love with it, how it's really transformed our lives, what that can do for you, and just the possibility that there is here with coaching. Because like we said, a lot of people don't really understand that this is an incredibly viable business opportunity, but it is also just a life-changing, transformative process of what we do with being accountable to our own health, our own wellness, our own growth, and how that ripples into every corner of our lives. So we are so excited to share with you tonight all about what we do as coaches.
Absolutely. And so one of my favorite things to do in the beginning, let me go through and make sure. I think everybody's
muted.
Is to ask you guys why you are here, because it's really important for you to know why you're interested in this, and actually to take that step of thinking about why you're interested in something that really is kind of an unbeaten path. It's not very common. A lot of people have a lot of misconceptions about it, and it's not the easiest career in the world. But anything that is worth something, that is life-changing, that can change the trajectory of your future, is never going to be easy. So I want to ask you guys these 3 questions, and you're not going to have a ton of time to work through it right now. I want you to start to think about it, but I want you to either take a screenshot or write these questions down, and I want you to think about them after this webinar, because it's really important as you go into making this decision that you know what it is, what you're doing. So number 1, why are you interested in coaching? If you know, I would love for you to type it in the chat box. So if you guys haven't seen, if you're on your phone or if you're on the computer, there's a little chat box, and you can ask questions throughout the webinar and answer the questions we ask you. So why are you interested in coaching? There's something that sparks a fire in your heart. Number 2, where do you want to be 1 year from today? And there's specifics to this question. If you could have anything, if you could have your dream life, think finances, think paying off debt, where you live, your relationships, your family, your schedule, your freedom. Where would you love to be 1 year from today? And then I want you to take that one step further and ask yourself, where do you want to be 5 years from today? And when you think about this, I want you to get really uncomfortable. And that might sound like a weird a weird ask of you, but it's very true. And maybe you guys can't relate to this, but dreaming big is very uncomfortable. Like, you feel ridiculous sometimes doing it, but that's the level of dreaming that I want you to do. So say you have a ton of debt, like, you're $40,000 in debt from student loans, or maybe even more, or maybe you work 90 hours a week, or maybe you have, $300,000 left to pay off your house, or whatever it is. And what sounds and feels silly to you? Would it be, well, I'd love to work from home on my own hours and completely have my mortgage paid off, all my cars paid off, all my debt paid off, and be making, $20,000 a month and, taking 7 vacations a year? Like, you could have anything. That is where I want your brain to go. Because the truth is that we have one life to live, and so many people, the majority, get stuck feeling like they have to do everything like everyone else. They have to fall into the same expectations that their parents put on them, of the line of work that that generations before them did. But the reality is that we have something that could change the trajectory of our future at our fingertips. It's just if you want it, and getting clear on that. Okay.
Misconceptions.
This is our favorite. And the reason is because most people don't take the step into this because they have these false truths in their brain, right? So we're going to cover the most common one. And first, sorry, I want to make sure that we have everyone on our call because we've got a few coaches who are speaking with us. Okay, cool. So first, Sarah is going to share with us. Oh no, we have Katie. Sorry. Katie is going to share with us about I'm not a salesperson.
Hi guys, I'm Katie. Can you see me?
Now we can.
Now we can. Okay. So I am certainly not a salesperson. And when I started coaching originally, I was the furthest person from afraid to talk to people. I wouldn't even call to order pizza. I wouldn't call to order Chinese. I hated talking to people. So I thought, well, I can't sell anybody anything. I'm a chiropractor full time, and we have to do a lot of marketing events. And I was just so uncomfortable in that as well. And coaching from start until now has even progressed me through that. And I don't feel salesy in it. So we're not selling anything. We are using products, and we are sharing that and what is working for us from our heart. So just like if you were to go to the most fantastic restaurant and you had the most amazing hummus and tzatziki, and the pita was just cooked perfect, and then you had a stone cooked fire wood grilled pizza that was the most amazing thing that you've ever had in your entire life, and then you go home, and on your way home you're talking to your friend on the phone about how this restaurant was absolutely amazing, they're probably going to want to go to that restaurant. Or you're wearing the most fantastic nail polish, and everyone's like, oh my God, I love your nail polish. I love your nail polish. I love your nail polish. Like, you're not going to feel weird about telling people where you bought the nail polish or what it is. So when you commit to a program and you get results and you feel the difference, number one, your energy is going to change. You're going to be excited about it, and you're not going to have to sell a thing. You're going to just simply talk about what has worked for you, and you're going to share that with others. Yes. Is what it simply comes down to.
You made me hungry.
That happens all the time, right?
You just sold me on the tzatziki.
And that's all I got.
Yes, I think you're muted. You're muted.
I was so excited about the hummus and the tzatziki and the pita, and I didn't even notice. I love that. I love that so much. It's so very true. Okay, I'm going to dive right into one of the most common ones that I hear, and I hear this a lot from husbands because they just do not get what we're doing. Isn't this a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme? Okay, so I will be honest with you. Before I knew anything about Beachbody, I kind of had that same like icky about any kind of network marketing, multi-level marketing company. But that's just because of what people told me. That's not good research, right? If you're going off of what other people have told you, that's not good research. So if you actually look up, so first of all, if you didn't know, pyramid schemes, Ponzi schemes, they're illegal. And if you actually do the research to figure out what a pyramid scheme is, and then you take what you learned tonight from our compensation plan, you will know that they're completely different things. The reason why people get confused is because when you build your organization, it can look like you're the CEO of your business, right? And then you get other coaches and other customers to join what you're doing because what we do is so freaking awesome. And then they get people to join them, and that they get people to join them, and together we make a massive impact. But what happens is it looks like this big, in a sense, pyramid. But what I relate it more to is an upside down family tree, because your family literally is growing. So with a pyramid scheme or a Ponzi scheme, that's what that is you're actually giving money to somebody with nothing promised back to you. You don't get a product. You don't get anything back. You literally are just giving with the promise that you're going to get a piece of the bigger pot, but there's nothing that you get in return. With our business, people only pay for a product, literally, or the service that we offer. And so while it may look like that, every single business has that same structure. So I was a registered nurse, right? So in my business, in my job, I had the chief of nursing, the director of nursing, nursing supervisors, the registered nurses, the LVNs, the CNAs. What is that? It is a triangle. It is a pyramid. If you look at any business model, grocery stores, Apple, like it's all structured that way. The benefit of our business is you can promote and work yourself above your boss. You don't have to wait for them. It's all your business that you're running. Okay. Next we are going into I don't have the time. Sarah, take it away.
All right. Hey, this is one of my favorite topics because when I first was interested in coaching, I just kept telling myself there is no way on earth that I have time for that. I didn't even think that I had time to exercise and eat right. Like I would see Jessica's posts and I'd be like, you don't even understand how busy my life is. Like I don't have time for this. And lo and behold, over time, I realized that we have time for what we make time for. And so I've worked this business through kind of 3 different phases of life. I started out working full-time in an engineering company, full-time plus. I would often even work nights and weekends and stuff. And also with 2 small kids who were under the age of 5 at the time. And so I was busy. But the thing that I love about this business is that you can adjust your time investment and your goals to wherever you need them to be for your life, where you're at. So if you have a goal, you just need to invest the time and put in the time that's going to take you to reach that goal. And I love the coaches and our team here because they're really good about helping you figure out, you know, if this is my goal, how much time am I going to need to be spending? What am I going to need to be doing? And setting targets for you and being strategic about it. So we're not just guessing. And so that's what I really love about it. And I started in working on my lunch hour, working before work and after work, and going out to my car and doing live videos during my breaks and stuff. And that's how I got going. And then from there, I was actually able to quit my job and stay home. And I thought I wanted to homeschool my kids. So then I was building my business. Yeah. Then I was building my business at home with my kids and teaching my daughter in kindergarten and dealing with my son in preschool. So that was a whole new kind of busy. But again, I was fit it into the pockets of my day. I was able to carve out pockets and say, okay, this is when I'm going to take care of these business tasks. And again, adjust my goals to match my time investment. And then now I actually have both my kids have just started 2 days ago. And I feel like I have all the time in the world to build this business. And I'm so excited because now that I have time, I can take my goals and like ratchet them up a notch. And so I'm excited about that. But that's what I love about this business is you adjust your investment. You choose what you want to aim for and what you want to put into it. And we've seen, I mean, I know we know people who built this business while they were working as lawyers, and lawyers work tons of hours. Doctors, nurses, you can fit things into your pockets of time to be able to get things going. And then it's just really all about making time and time management. So anybody can do it.
Anybody. I love that. I love that so much. Cool. Thank you so much, Sarah. All right, Mary Paige, you are up to share about the misconceptions of having to be at your goal weight.
That's right. So I personally started coaching about 6 months after I joined. And truthfully, I was about 80% on a program at the time. And I had only lost about 12 pounds. To this day, I have lost over 50 pounds. And I started coaching when I had only lost 12. So that means I lost like over 40 pounds since joining as a coach and since going all in. You don't have to be at your goal. The reason why is because people love to watch you go through your journey. Like they want to see you in the trenches. They want to see you like struggle because not like, I like to preach that like, it's more about the progress. It's less about perfection, and they want to see you struggle, right? So you have to share that in your journey, but you also have to share the wins. Like, woohoo, I'm down another 10 pounds. It's really exciting. Like, I'm super excited. And people are like, okay, this is interesting. Like, I've seen her go through this. It looks like it's kind of working. Like, they get interested. They get intrigued. They see you as you're consistently showing up for your workout, for your shake, for your nutrition every single day. And they're like, okay, all right, maybe there's something to it. And they get interested. And then one day you get a message out of the blue. So they want to see you go through this. They don't want to see you already at your goal. If you are already at your goal, that's awesome. But they also want to hear your story. They want to know how you got there, right? Because they're not going to be at that point in their journey. So they're gonna want to hear how you got there and really watch how it all unfolds. So yeah, you could totally do this no matter where you're starting in your journey.
I love that. And I think so many of the coaches that both Dana and I work with can relate to that. Like, and it's so true. People want to be in the trenches with you. So inspiring. Okay. Thank you so much for sharing. All right, Sarah, take us back to people who say and feel like I don't have the money.
Okay. I totally felt this way when I first started because we were in a place where we were rebuilding from some serious financial struggles that we kind of got into when my husband and I both lost our job and had just had our second baby. And so it was a really long period of financial struggle, and we were just coming out of that. And I was like, I don't feel like I have the money to spend on this. But then when I thought about it and I really researched, what the earning potential is, and I realized that essentially I can start my own business for like $200. Depending on what you get started with exactly is maybe even less than $200. And that is crazy. It's almost too cheap because I think when we don't invest very much, then we kind of take it a little bit too lightly. So we almost have to pretend that we spent $200,000 to start our business, just like we would if we were to go out and like start our own nutrition business or our own physical gym or something like that. So really, if you think about the fact that you're starting your own business with products and customer service and trainings and all the things that the team provides and that Beachbody provides for $200-ish, that's amazing. And the second thing is like you get products for that. It's not like you're just spending that money. You get your program, your Shakeology. So you're getting something for that. You're not just spending money for nothing. And then the most awesome part about it is as a coach, you can totally earn that initial investment back very quickly. You can earn that back in your first week. I think we've had somebody even on our team do it in the first day, I want to say. But you can definitely earn that back so fast. And then from there, you're just growing your team and building your income and making additional profits. So it's not too expensive. We've known people that have there's one coach that she was living in her car at the time, and she even put her coach enrollment pack on her credit card. Not that that's like my recommendation practice, but she was able to earn that back, and she was motivated then to really go after and really take it seriously so that she could pay that back. So,
and now she's like a multimillionaire.
Yes, there's that.
So there's that. I totally agree. I love it. All right, Dana, you're up.
They were just chatting in the comment about Mercedes, who's a brand new coach who was able to do that last week. Get what she invested, paid back. So that's awesome. Really prove it's possible. The last objection is I'm from a small town and I don't have a big social media following. So a lot of people are like, I don't post on social media. Nobody ever follows anything I share. I don't have a ton of friends. I don't want to go, hunt down my whole family. I don't want to be that salesy girl, like in all my, my local events that I go to. I live in a very small town. I had maybe 350 friends on Facebook when I started my business, and my goal was to be full-time as fast as possible because I was a newly single mom. You don't need to have a ton of Facebook friends, and you do not need to have social media experience, and you do not need to be someone who is actively posting right now. You do need to start to become consistent, and we teach you how to do that, right? We teach you how to share your story, how to connect with people that are like you, how to find like-minded friends, how to really build relationships, build connections, really truly care about the people that you're connecting with so that you are able to help the people you're connecting with. So it does not matter where you are geographically at. I don't care if you are out in the woods in the middle of Nebraska, because if you have a cell phone and you have a laptop, you have access to millions of people all over the world. And we are now in US, Canada, UK, and we're expanding into France and into Europe. So there are literally just so many opportunities to connect with people that you have the ability to help at your fingertips if you are willing to learn how to do the networking and the sharing and the connecting and all of those things so that you can find the people who need your help.
Willing, key.
Willing, yes, willing is key.
Awesome, Dana.
Hidden perks. Is this mine? I forget.
This is you.
This is me. This is all me. Hidden perks. All right. So there are a lot of awesome things to coaching that maybe if you have followed any of us on social media, that you see us getting to these events, that you see us posting pictures with groups of our teams. And a lot of times it's really hard to understand what actually goes on behind the scenes and what are the hidden perks of joining this business opportunity, because a lot of times we join because we want the accountability for health and fitness. We'd like to earn some extra income, but there is so much more in store for you if you really dive in. And like we said, if you're willing to learn the ropes, to learn how to do things properly, and really dig into starting to be consistent with coaching, there are so many open doors of opportunity for you within coaching. So first and foremost, you instantly gain a positive, motivated, encouraging family. And if you hear any of us talk, you probably hear us rave about the sisterhood and the community and the connections and just the like-minded friends, because you cannot exceed and grow into new levels of your life if you are constantly surrounded by people who are negative, who are limiting, who don't believe in you, who think your dreams are crazy, who put you down for making positive changes, right? And when you come into our coaching teams, you just instantly are family. I think Mercedes experienced this last week coming into our team page, was like, oh my gosh, I just can't believe, like, I feel like I've found my people. And that's how so many of us feel, because a lot of times we feel really alone, especially at this stage in life. I don't know about you guys, but motherhood and adulting is busy, and you don't have a whole lot of opportunities to meet like-minded people. And with coaching, you just instantaneously have this group of incredible supportive friendships and family. So annual luxury vacations. We have vacations every single year as coaches that we are able to earn literally as simply as by consistently helping 3 or more people a month. You can earn, we've gone to, in past years, we've gone to Mexico, we've gone to Punta Cana, we've gone on cruises. Next year, we're going back to Punta Cana again, to a 5-star all-inclusive resort. And like we said, these are trips you can completely earn paid for your families if you are helping consistently 3 or more people a month. So these are totally doable. They're not just something where like your coach will earn it and that's not possible for you. It is totally possible for you. We have lots of coaches on our team that actually go to these events every year. So if you were to dive in, that could be on your vision board to get your family to in the future. Monthly swag. So we earn different prizes. It might be books, it might be webinars, podcasts, t-shirts, backpacks, you name it. There's all kinds of fun swag that we get to earn as coaches just for doing our job of helping people. Free business coaching. So we, as your coaches, we provide so many resources, probably so many resources. You're going to be like, what do I even do with all this stuff? It's so fantastic because you literally have everything at your fingertips that you need to be successful if you are coachable and willing. So we have team calls. We have national wake-up calls through the company. We host anything like this. You can partake in anything that we run. There is no resource that is not available to you. And we also do one-on-one mentoring with coaches. If you need more guidance of, like Sarah had said, how to break down what your goals are and the time you want to put into them, how to achieve specific things, what benchmarks you need to work towards, anything that you can literally possibly think of needing help for, we are there to help you do that. Personal growth and development. This is one of my favorite hidden perks of this because it was something that I was so anti when I started. I was like, I don't need personal development. That is woo-woo. I am totally fine. I don't need any of that positive mindset craziness, right? And then I read 2 personal development books and it started to just completely change my life. And I was mind blown of how I was hiding in the dark my whole life thinking that I had everything figured out when we really never have things figured out. And I just think the coolest thing is you can spend thousands and thousands of dollars on a college career. I was talking to my mom about this and saying that I feel like I have learned more in the last 5.5 years of being a coach just through the experience of building a business, but also in intentionally picking personal development that serves me, that helps me grow in the areas that I need to, that far exceeds what I ever learned getting a degree in college, that actually serves you in every aspect of your life. So it just completely allows you to reinvent yourself, to just expand your confidence, expand your skills, expand your knowledge in so many in so many different ways, which that will change your life. And I can't see the bottom one, but I think it says accountability for your own journey. So this coaching, I always tell this to customers that are struggling to stay consistent with their journeys, that they should coach, because coaching is the ultimate accountability to stay on track with your journey no matter what. It is not about being perfect. Like Mary Page, it is all about being relatable and sharing the process and the ups and the downs and the struggles. But this gives you the ultimate accountability because you are not just leading yourself, but you are leading other people. And to me personally, I don't know about you guys, but like I will more likely let myself down than I would let down people I care about or people that are looking to me for support and guidance, which makes me want to show up even more for myself, because I know that if I can do something hard, that I can tell them they can do something hard and I can be the example of that. And so coaching truly is the ultimate accountability to get your booty in gear and stay the course.
I love that. Sorry, you guys. Every time I click my screen, it like go to the next slide, and I'm like, no. I love it. Okay. Okay. So it is so important to me for you guys to understand how we're different, because this took me a while to put my finger on, and I know that many people are a little bit hesitant to join something like this for many different reasons. But when I identified the fact that this is so unique, what we have to offer people is truly unlike anything else out there. And I know that a lot of companies say that, like, our product is the only thing that's gonna blah blah blah. But and I was talking to my mom about this because she was on some, I don't know, she was talking about some other supplements. And I was like, I say that, but I truly mean it because of the comprehensive approach we use. So here's a couple different areas how we as Team Beachbody, how we in this business, how we're different. First of all, so my background is I'm a registered nurse, have my bachelor's in nursing, but I'm an absolute nut about integrative and holistic health. I am a certified holistic health coach, and I've been through my own journey of studying every single modality of natural medicine, Chinese medicine, homeopathy, herbology, like all these things, right? And it is vitally important that you have each of these areas integrated into your life to have a vibrantly healthy lifestyle. You have to have intentional nutrition. So before Beachbody, I was a nut about clean eating, right? Like I knew all the diets. I studied it for a year, became certified in nutrition. And there's a difference in between clean eating and intentional eating, making sure that you're getting the right ratios and portions of the right food groups. We have that in two different science-based, powerful nutrition programs. Secondly, fitness. The body has to move. In order for you to be vibrantly healthy, you have to figure out how to move your body. Hello, Beachbody has like hundreds of fitness programs that fits everyone. Literally, we have a 10-minute workout called 10-Minute Trainer. It's super cheesy and old school from Tony Horton. Like, I don't even know how many years ago. We did it at one of our team events, and it was hilarious. Like, we laughed so hard. We got a good ab workout because he like has a full head of hair, and it's so cheesy. But like, we have that. We've got yoga. We've got Tai Chi. Literally everything you can want, from prenatal to postpartum exercises, CrossFit style training, lifting, cardio, dancing, like all of it. We have it, right? And it's available at your fingertips. Supplementation. So many people, I hear some people saying, I eat my food. I don't drink my food. I don't do shakes, blah, blah, blah. I hear it all the time. Here's the reality. We are in a different world than we were in 1920s. Our society, like everyone is stressed out, right? We have toxins in our food, in our water, in the soil, in the air, everywhere. Unfortunately, this is my opinion from my own research and experience, but we can't get the nutrient density that our body needs and the support our body needs just from eating organic produce nowadays, because there's even no, evidence that it is, organic. That's just the day and age that we're in. And so Shakeology, anyone who knows me knows I'm an absolute nerd about Shakeology. I have an hour-long webinar on YouTube if you want to learn more about it. But it is so powerful. It has 5 different wellness formulas that feed the 5 foundational areas of our health. That is powerful. Not to mention, we have a very clean performance line for those who really love fitness and want to up their level. We've got cleanses. All of these are linked to clinical trials. That's amazing. Not only do you get nutrition, fitness, supplementation, but you get the mindset coaching. So I tell my team all the time, you can eat all the kale and do all the cardio, but if you're messed up in your head, you're never going to be vibrantly healthy. Learning how to believe in yourself, learning how to have confidence, learning how to navigate. Dana and I talk all the time about being emotionally agile. How do you deal with hardships that come into your life? You either choose to become a victim of your circumstances or to let your pain become your power and overcome them. We talk about all of that. And then in that, you get free coaching and support, not only in your business, but in your own personal journey. And I challenge you to go out there in the world and find somewhere where you can get all of this in one place that isn't going to cost you a gazillion dollars. That in itself is amazing. Secondly, you get free coaching in your business. You get free business coaching from your team, but also from Beachbody. There's incredible product toolkits and trainings. We have national wake-up calls every single Monday morning. There is all the training you could need. you can become certified in our nutrition programs as a master trainer. That is amazing. And then we have annual summit events. In July was July, right? Last month. This year has been a whirlwind. We were in Indy, and it was one of my most favorite events yet. And next year we're going to New Orleans. That's every single year. Those are powerful. This last year we had Rachel Hollis and some other really incredible speakers. And then every quarter we have what's called the Super Weekend, and they're around the world, around the country for sure. And every quarter there's a weekend event that I'm sure there's one near you, or you can host one where you get new announcements, new business training. It's just like a really fun way to build a community and come together. And then lastly is our evidence of success. And this won't really be important to some of you, but I am a nerd when it comes to like science and evidence and all of that kind of stuff. I didn't want to waste my time when I was joining Beachbody. And so the evidence of success, for you guys who don't know, Beachbody is a $1.3 billion company. And to me, that is evidence that we are producing results. Otherwise, people wouldn't keep coming back, and new people wouldn't be joining us every single month. This company's been around for 20 years now, with 10 years of experience in our product line with Shakeology. We just celebrated the 10-year anniversary, and everything is founded in science. We have a powerful science team that is behind every single product. That is really important to me. Maybe not all of you. Okay. I think we're turning over to Kelly, yeah? I'm going to pull up my outline.
Kelly Spencer, that's you.
Kelly Spencer.
Hello. I'll just share my story really quick before I jump into success tips. But I was actually a coach that said no to coaching for 18 months. I started with the programs because I had just had a baby and could not lose my baby weight to save my life. And if any of you guys know me, I'm like an insane runner. I run all the time, and I was running what I now coin my desperation miles, trying to lose my baby weight, and I couldn't do it. And my body just needed something in addition to what I was doing in terms of just strength and things like that. And so that's really like how I share my story now, is that, you know, you can run all the miles, but doing the same thing over and over and over and over again isn't going to get you results. You have to mix it up. And so that's sort of my spin on my side to coaching. But I said no for 18 months. And I regret that now, because I'm like, oh my God, where would my business be now if I had 18 more months tacked onto it? But I actually finally said yes when I was pregnant with my second kid and realized what the cost of daycare was going to be. And my initial motivations were purely monetary, because I was terrified of 2 daycare costs. And after 1 month of actively coaching, I was like, I'm in, I'm hooked. I want to do this forever now. I want to do it full time as soon as I can. And actually, after 10 months, I was able to leave my full-time job and just coach. I ended up actually a year and a half, almost 2 years later, going back to work in the corporate world, because I just needed that like daily grind, because I'm sort of insane and apparently like, but I still coach probably almost the same amount of hours now that I was when I was doing it full time. And that's just a good example of how you can do this as part-time or as full-time as you want. And you can actually be doing it full time and making the same income when you're really just working smarter, not harder. So that's my story. I want to just jump in really quickly in terms of successful coaches and what successful coaches do. I'm going to cover a couple things on this slide, but I also want to add a few of my own. But the first one is falling in love with the products and the programs. And I'm a perfect example for this, because, you know, I was trying to do it on my own and it wasn't working. And I had major goals. I was working my butt off and it wasn't working. But when I had a plan and a system to actually follow, amazing miracle, all of a sudden it worked. And so, you have to fall in love with it, and you have to commit to a program. And actually, Mercedes and I were just talking about this today. Like, you have to pick a program, you have to commit to it, and you have to see it through start to finish, especially when you're starting out as a new coach. It's so, so important. Another thing that you'll see the most successful coaches do is authentically sharing their journey. So not just sharing the highs, but sharing the highs and the lows, sharing when you're trying to work out and your children are climbing all over you. I saw a memory of mine today pop up where I, had this day that I thought that I was like all over it and I was winning the day, and then spilled my laundry all over the parking lot of the townhouse that we were living in and was on my hands and knees. Like, that's the kind of thing that we share, is we share real life, because we share how what we have and the products we have and the workouts and all that stuff, how that can actually fit into the insanity that is real life. The next thing is one of the most important things, and this is just inviting people to join you in this journey. And this is what I share with all my new coaches is, and another reason, like Mary Page was talking about, that you don't have to be at your goal weight, because this is not about a start and a finish. This is about a journey. And no matter where you are, you're never in the exact place you want to be. Because if you're really working this business and you're really living this life authentically, then you always have something that you're aiming for. You always have new goals. It doesn't even matter how fit you are. You might have different goals that are completely off key to that. So, we just invite people constantly into the journey that we're on and really try to support them and figure out what their journey is going to be for them. Getting 5 people started every single month. Absolutely one of the most important things to being a successful coach. And, not just for the monetary growth, but to also have more people to prove that what we're doing is working and it's successful. If you have 5 people every month that are jumping into a challenge group, that are, working their butts off in a new program, you share their results too, along with your own. And it's the effect just snowballs. And then always sharing the coaching opportunity, which is why everybody is here. We have been sharing this opportunity with all of you, and we share in all very, very different ways. I share mine a lot about the monetary side, because that's why I started. And it really helped us during a time where, we were struggling with childcare costs and things like that. And my goal by next year at this time is to have a down payment for a house in the mountains, by the way. So I'm just really, really excited about that, because we finally have one child in public school. So we only have one daycare cost now. But really, coaching has supported childcare for these past 2 years for us. So the other things that I wanted to mention really, really quickly, and then I'll let you guys move on with the other stuff, is that to me, successful coaches are consistent and they're resilient. And a lot of people tend to think of those two things as personality traits, but they're absolutely things that can be developed within yourself. And you can essentially consider them habits to being resilient and consistent. I used to be so not resilient. I would crumble at any change that came into my life. And through probably the past 10 years, I've gained a lot of resiliency, but nothing will build your resiliency and adaptability more than coaching. I swear by it. It changes you in that way where you still feel really powerfully about things, but you don't sit down and cry when somebody tells you no. You're able to build yourself up. It builds up your confidence. And then the consistency piece is literally just all of these things that I just talked about, but doing them every single day and showing up for yourself, showing up for your people, showing up for your family every single day. If you have those two things, in the bag, you'll be very successful. So that's it.
So good. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. So true. Okay. Moving on, you guys. Are you ready? This is the compensation plan highlights, and I'm going to be talking about our business model, and I'm going to try and do it in a few minutes. This could be like an hour-long training in itself. So I first want you to understand the difference between sales and team building. If you come into this and your only goal is to just sell things, you're never going to have residual income. Now, let me tell you right now that the best thing about our business model is the residual income and the bonuses. Our business model is set up to be heavy in what's called back end income, which is income that over the course of time, with consistency, like Kelly was just talking about, with that passion, with consistency, you're going to end up years from now working less and making more. How many people want that in their future? Like, yes, I would like to work less and make more, please. Thank you very much. Awesome. So in our teams, we teach you how to set that up. Not everybody teaches that way, but that is how we learned, and that's how we teach people. So yes, getting new people, especially in your first year, I'll tell you that the first year is the hardest. Most people quit within their first year because, like any job, which again, people come into this business not thinking of it as a job, like as a career. With any job, your first year is usually the hardest because you're navigating new policies, new procedures, new ways of doing things. In this business, for the first year, you're going to learn like how to talk to people, which you're going to learn you're not really probably very good at for the most part. And it's so interesting how that happens. Like you're so excited and like people are like, yeah, I'm interested. Can you tell me what you do? And you're like, I don't even know. I don't even know what to tell you. Or you're like, here's 5 pages about what I do and why you should do it too. And then you never hear back from people. So it's a learning process. Please, like I'll tell you from the beginning, if you decide to do this, stick it out for the first year. Make a commitment to be consistent for the first year and consistently try to grow your team. So with team building, that's where back-end income comes from. As you find other people that want to do this with you, other people that are passionate about helping people, about creating freedom and financial freedom from home, freedom of time, maybe people who are passionate about health and fitness and want to have a career in it too, but they just didn't know what to do. As you find other coaches who will help more people, you're going to build back-end income. I like the analogy of I could kill myself trying to help 100 people, or I could help 10 people and train those 10 people how to help 10 people. What do you think is a smarter way of helping 100 people? Obviously, helping 10 help 10, right? And then that continues because then those 10 people help 10 more people and teach them how to help 10 more people. And all of that comes back to you as residual income.
Huh?
That's amazing, right? Sorry, if you could mute yourself, that would be awesome. Thank you. Okay, so I want you to picture a rectangle like a dollar bill, right? And I want you to draw, like in your brain, draw a line at like 1/3 of the way, approximately. So our compensation plan is created to where the first 1/3 is your front end income. That is commission. That is what you get in exchange for a transaction, what you get in exchange for like hour for dollar trade, right? So at your job or at the traditional jobs that are out there, most of your income you make is all front end income, meaning that you have to do something yourself, spend time, spend your effort, earn something in order to get paid. Back end income, which is the 2/3 of our compensation plan, how it's set up, is residual income that has nothing to do with the transaction, has nothing to do with necessarily the hours that you put in. That is all residual over time through building your team. This will make more sense as we go on, I promise. So there are 4 ways that we as coaches earn money. The first one is commission. So you get someone signed up with a challenge pack. Awesome. You get a percentage of that sale. The minimum you make is $50, I believe, off the top of my head, without pending like promotions and stuff. And that can go up to like $120 plus just on one transaction commission. People buy products, you get a percentage of it. The second one is team cycle bonuses. So you earn a percentage of, let me scratch that. You earn bonuses from Beachbody for helping your coaches, your people, build their teams and do the exact same thing that you are learning to do, that you're going to learn how to do. That takes nothing from anyone else. That is in addition to what Beachbody's paying them in commission, what Beachbody's paying you for your effort. Team cycle bonuses. We get paid weekly on Thursdays. Tomorrow's payday. Whoop, whoop. And I want you guys to know, like, we're going to go over some income progressions. And if you look at it, like, people make insane amount of money. Like, let's do a fun exercise. Literally, we'll say like the top 10, this varies drastically, but I want you to guess the monthly income of the number 1 to like number 10, some of those coaches in the company who've been doing this from 8 to 10 years. I want you to guess on your high end of what you think is possible of how much they make per month, because we took out these income graphics because we didn't want to like falsely lead any of you, but I want you guys to know what's possible with this. It's absolutely bonkers. So if you could guess, what do you think some of these coaches make monthly? And I'll go back to this. But the people who are making, $1 million, 98 to 99% of their income is not from new people signing up. It's from team cycle bonuses. My coach is one of those that's in the million club, and she makes amazing money, and she's told me 98% of her income is from residual income, from cultivating other leaders to do what she does. And that's what I love about network marketing, is you cannot be selfish and be successful in this business. You have to pour into other people. I love that. That's why we do that's why we're here, right? We want to help you guys live the life of your dreams. Okay, and then matching bonus. You get 5 to 10% of what your coaches earn in their team cycle bonuses. Again, this is in addition to all the other things. And say your coach earns, is a rock star and earns $10,000 in their team cycle bonuses 1 week. You literally, if you were a diamond coach, you would get $1,000 bonus just because you helped your coach be successful. That's amazing. And then lastly is a quarterly star diamond bonuses, which start at, I know you guys know nothing about ranks yet, but diamond is one of our first big stepping stones in the business, and then you help other people become diamonds. So 2-star, it's usually between $800 to $1,000 every quarter of a bonus. 5-star is usually around $3,500 to $5,000. 10-star is usually around a $10,000 bonus, and then 15 stars, our highest rank in our company, and they're usually around $75,000 every quarter, in addition to what you're already learning. Okay, so let me go to the chat really quick and see what you guys said. So 600 Mercedes, I don't know if you meant like that, like $600 or 600,000. Sarah said 200,000. Okay, so this is per month, remember, and some of the top coaches in our company shared their income progression with us, and in their own only one business center, not including $75,000 quarterly bonuses, not including their husband's account, not including a second or third or fourth business center, they make around $100,000 to $150,000 a month. That's bonkers. Could you imagine like what you would do with that money? That's incredible. So anyways, I wanted to share that with you. That's not common, but it shows what is possible if you build this right. All right, moving on. Dana.
So we wanted to give you an idea of what you could potentially make if you are starting out, and just the difference in range of the ranks that you're at and what you can make within that. So for example, just to break down, since you guys don't really know anything about anything, that first rank that you see right there, Emerald Coach, just means that you have helped 2 people, 1, 2, right? And there are an average earning of $2,864, but upwards of $80,000 that people can make from helping 2 people. Now, I will tell you that in 5.5 years in the business, I've never seen an Emerald make that kind of money. But this, this is just giving you a range of an idea of what is possible depending on how you build your business. So as we mentor you in this business to know, where it is you want to see yourself a year from now, where it is you want to see yourself 5 years from now, we can help you break down what ranks to work towards and how to really strategically build your business in a way, because there are different ways to build your organizations, so that you can really grow your income while you're growing your impact. So you're making the same amount of impact on people that you would be no matter how you build. But we know so much about this business now that we can help you strategically build your business to be able to make the most amount of income at wherever you are at and whatever rank you are at in this business. So this just gives you a really great idea. Jess and I are both Star Diamond coaches, and those are the ranges in between where you see an average earning of Star Diamonds up to the high level of earnings. So this is different for everyone depending on where you're at under your coach, how quickly you're building your business, how consistently you're helping people, how frequently you're sharing the opportunity, and how well you're really starting to teach your coaches how to have success in this business. But like we said, we teach you how to do everything. So if you are willing to learn and grow and be consistent, and really work on developing yourself, that there is so much possibility and so much potential here for you. So we wanted to give you more of a realistic understanding of what is possible income wise. So Jess and I are going to share a little bit of ours really, really quick for you. So when I first started my journey, I was 6 months out of a super abusive relationship. I had chose to move across country and raise my kid on my own. I was living above my mom's garage. I didn't know if I should go back to college, work 2 jobs, put him in full-time daycare. And I just had this crazy pit in my stomach every day of how I would ever give us a life that I really thought we were deserving of. And when I found coaching, I feared more what happened if I didn't. And I say this to people a lot, is if nothing changes, nothing changes. And if you are in a place in your life where you desperately want changes with your health, your fitness, your marriage, your finances, that unless you decide to change something, nothing is going to change for you. And you're going to wake up a year from now and things are going to be the exact same or maybe even worse. And that was my fear. I had the fears of rejection and those types of things, but there was nothing that was going to stand in my way of me going all in. And that's what I chose from day one. I had a vision of being able to be home and free and, win a custody battle and prove that I was fit to be a single parent on my own. And because I didn't quit, I've been a full-time coach for over 5 years now. And I can't imagine what our life would look like, and more importantly, who I would be if I hadn't made this choice to go all in on coaching. So I won't go into full detail of the visions of what I have moving forward, but I love sharing this opportunity with people because I really think it's something where you get to take this and make it the vehicle to be whatever you desire it to be for in your life. And everyone uses this platform for something entirely different, but it gives you a platform to share a purpose and share your story and make an impact on the world and on people while you're growing an incredible income for yourself. So I just want to quickly note here that if you look at the growth that I saw in the first few years of my business versus the last few, you will have dips and ups and downs in your business where things will happen in your business and you can't quit. If you make a decision to go all in, you don't just stop when it's hard. You don't stop when people quit on you. You don't stop when you have things happen in your life. I was super sick the last year, and honestly, I did the bare minimum of what I would typically do in my business. And I still had residual income come in every single month. And it's such a blessing because if that wasn't my scenario, I probably would have had to go on unemployment. And I don't know what I would have done if this wasn't the route that I chose. So it's not just a blessing when things are good, but it's a blessing when things are really hard in your life too.
I love that. It's so powerful. Okay, I'm going to dive into mine really quick. Thank you guys for, if you have to jump off, we totally understand. We get so excited and passionate. We always have the goal to end under an hour, and it never happens. We even took slides out. Okay, so when I first started, this was my situation. I had a 3-month-old. I was just about to go back to work as a full-time registered nurse in prison, and I was dreading that. Like, I never thought I wanted to be a work-from-home mom. That's not, and this is not to sound like arrogant or anything, but that's not how I saw myself. I've always been overly ambitious, but I had severe low back pain. I had just found out I had a degenerative disc in my low back. I was 29, and I was like, this is not okay. And so I decided when I saw my coaches before and after pictures that I was going to try this. Told her I wanted nothing to do with coaching because I don't have the time. And she was like, no problem. Here's how you sign people up if they want to join you. And I got 4 coaches signed up within 3 days. I was just so excited from the beginning. I did fear what people would think of me with my background as a registered nurse and being widely known for honestly the last decade as a nerd in holistic health and nutrition. I feared what people would think about me in the beginning joining a network marketing company. But as I learned the quality and the power in what we do, I didn't care anymore. And I led with the excitement of my results and the results people were getting. And that vision kept me going. And I will say to you that the first 3 questions I asked you in the beginning, my coach asked me those within 1 week. And I realized in that moment that if I could have anything, I would not have someone else be raising my kid, and I would not be working in a prison. I would not even be working in a hospital, because I knew I was made to make a bigger impact in people than pushing meds and doing the things in Western medicine. And that's when I was like, this could be it. And because I didn't quit, now I am able to raise my kids. I work my ass off, but on my own terms, on my own hours, working my own business and doing what I absolutely love, which is things like this. And we as a family are dreaming bigger than we ever have, and have potential bigger than we ever could have imagined. And hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years, our goal is for my husband to retire out of law enforcement, which is never even on the map. And we just have really big dreams and plans, because we only live once, right? Okay, so next, Dana, you want to tell us about business support?
Yes, so we kind of covered this in a few of the earlier slides, some of the support you have, but every single Monday we have a national wake-up call with top coaches in the company sharing tips and tricks and strategies and mindset hacks to really rock your business. We have weekly team calls, different topics every single week, but it's a place for you to come and feel a part of your family, be able to ask questions, express concerns, learn new information, and that's honestly where we've learned a lot of what we know. We have leadership team pages on Facebook where you can pop in there, like we said, be a part of the family, ask questions, anything you need help with. You have a handful of coaches at your fingertips at all times. We're going to be hosting a new coach action call this Monday. We ran one 2 weeks ago and it was incredibly successful. Some of the new coaches that were on just dove right in, saw success right out of the gate. So there is everything packed into this call that you need to know to really start your business off on the right foot. We lead you through that process and we help you take action on it. And we also have a new coach action academy training that you can be in that teaches you everything that you need to know as a brand new coach, so you really can get off to a successful start in your business. Like we said, this is not something where we sign you up and feed you to the wolves to figure it out on your own. We guide you through every step of this because we want you to be successful. And new coach message pods. So we're going to be starting new coach threads where we can pop you in a group with other coaches that are brand new just like you to really hands-on mentor you and give you the ability to ask questions, express concerns, and just be in a pod with people that are brand new just like you, because a lot of times you're going to have the same fears, be working on the same things, and it's just really helpful to have that support of people who have been there and can teach you how to do things, but people who are also brand new, so that you know you're not alone in this process.
I love that. Okay, guys, now it's your turn to dream big. And I want you to ask yourself, like, what's holding you back? Why not you? And then those questions that I asked you in the beginning, is your current plan, the current path you on, is it going to get you to those big dreams and those big goals and your ideal life, your dream life that you want to have? Because if not, then something has to change, right? It's better to dream big and try than to never try at all. Well, like, that is really what, if anything, even if you don't do this, do something that's going to push you outside your comfort zone to live the life you were created to live. And don't forget that the people who change the world are the ones who are crazy enough to think that they can. I have this quote in like literally in my living room that I see every day to remind myself of that. All right, Dana, you want to tell us about promotions?
So currently, if you are not on a journey already, I'm not sure if there is anyone that ended up hopping in this group where you haven't gotten started on your own health and fitness journey yet. But right now we have two special opportunities because we have a brand new program that has launched. It's absolutely incredible. The workouts are just super effective, super fun, super dynamic, really easy to fit into busy schedules, 20 to 30 minutes. It'll make you feel like a total badass. Everyone in our groups on week 3 is seeing incredible results. And just loving the process. And we have special promo codes that we have to give away this month that help you save $30 on getting started on your pack. So like we said, if you haven't started your journey yet, this is a perfect time for you to really dig in and work on your own goals. And just know that as a new coach, your investment in your business, like Sarah mentioned earlier, is only the investment you're making in yourself, because the $40 coach enrollment fee is waived when you start that way. So you're literally starting your own journey and getting a business to start for free, a business that you can potentially earn 6 figures or more, or create any type of opportunity for yourself that you would like to. And we are kicking off a new round on the 26th, which is next Monday. So if you want in on that, it's time to take action on it.
Awesome. Absolutely. Okay. I think you had this one too. How to get started.
Yes. So if you do happen to be someone that hasn't started your journey yet, we did mention that new program that is out, but because we want to make sure that we have helped you find the proper solution that is a fit to your goals, your needs, your struggles, the things you want to work on, you just can contact your coach to figure out, and they can help you decide what pack and what program is the best for you to start with, based on your needs and your goals. And we wanted to talk to you about just getting really excited and getting clear on why you're not going to quit, because it's super easy when we start something new to just say, I'll stick with this and see how it pans out for me. Or I'll give it 3 weeks and maybe if I'm seeing changes, then I'll dive in, right? We believe in making a decision. Like I said, for me, when I started this business, I started my journey in basically coaching 3 days later, and I went all in from day one, non-negotiable. Didn't matter if it got hard, if things in my life happened, if I got sick, if I had a sick kid, if I was going through some personal stuff. I made a decision very early on that I was going to stay the course to really be my best self, but I was going to stay the course in this business too. And that's really what seeing things through comes down to in our lives is, are you interested or are you committed? Because if we're interested, we show up when it's comfortable and when it's easy and when it's convenient. And when we've made a decision, we show up even when it's not easy, even when it's not convenient, even when it's not comfortable, because we are seeking growth and we know the outcome we desire to have requires us to grow. And sometimes that means getting uncomfortable and staying the course with that decision that you've made.
Preach, sister, preach. Okay, guys, we're wrapping up. So here is our best tips for success as a coach, because our goal is not just to get you started. Our goal is for you to kick ass and be so successful from the moment that you start. So hear this, maybe take a screenshot of this or whatever you need to do, but we want you to understand that this is a do and then learn business. You will be overwhelmed because we have incredible resources for you that's all new. It's okay to be overwhelmed, but it's not okay to use overwhelm as an excuse to not take action. Number 2, help your first 3 people in your first 3 days. That is your immediate goal to get your challenge pack paid for. I know that you can do this. Think immediate circle around you. Lead with enthusiasm and excitement, even when you don't know what you're talking about. You're getting into something really potentially life-changing, and that is something to be excited about. Be teachable. Be a good listener when your coach tells you, if you're asking a question, like, this is what you need to do, I challenge you, there's going to be fear, there's going to be stuff that you have to work through, but just do it because you really have nothing to lose, right? Be consistent. Like Kelly was mentioning earlier, so important. Be resourceful. If you don't know the answer to something, go on the interweb and Google it. And you can go into the FAQ. Beachbody has an incredible resource guide, and then go into your team page. And if you still can't find it, then reach out to your coach. Don't be silent when you're struggling. That is very important. And then when you feel a fear, I'm afraid to do a live video, I'm afraid to send these invites, make a decision now. If you're afraid of something, you're going to do it, because that is the only way to grow. Don't forget that growth requires growing pains. And so it's not, like I told you in the beginning, this is not an easy journey. It is powerful, it is impactful, it is life-changing. You can change thousands of lives, but it is not easy. And we don't want, it's fun. Like, I don't want to scare you away, but I also don't want to mislead you to think that this is nothing but drinking shakes and like taking selfies. There's more to it, and we have to dig deeper sometimes. And then have fun with this, because it truly is like such a blast to do this with incredible people and the community that you're going to cultivate. Honestly, I have probably some of my closest, most friends that I'm going to grow to be 180 with 6-packs because of Beachbody. So thank you guys so much for being here with us. Sorry again that we went a little over an hour. Do you have any questions? If so, feel free to unmute yourself or post them in the chat box.
Can somebody explain to me, because I've tried figuring it out on my own, what team volume points are?
If you want to post that in the team page, I can throw up a video for you.
Okay.
Good question. See, this is one of those growing things. Like, there's going to be new verbiage that you've never heard before, like PV and TV, and but it's all good.
Okay, I had a quick question. I know you said about military discount. So like my dad is a fully disabled veteran, so my mom is on all his stuff. How would she take advantage of that and get the military discount?
So, great question. For the military discount, you're going to have the person sign up with a coach membership. So essentially what the special membership is get a coach membership, but they do not have to pay the coach registration fee or the monthly $15.95 business services fee. So after, you have to first enroll them as a coach, and then after that, if you go into forms and documents in your coach office, Courtney, I think this was you asking this question.
Yes.
Okay, cool. When you go into forms and documents, there's going to be a military services fee or coach waiver form, and you're going to complete that, and it'll say whether they're active military, reservists, or veterans, what information they need. For veterans, they'll need a DD-214, and Beachbody just changed their policy on this, so it is accessible to the spouse as well as the actual veteran, like your mom.
That's awesome. Yeah, she will for sure do it with that.
Cool. Good question.
Thank you.
Yeah.
How safe is it for my 3-year-old to drink the Shakeology with me?
Do you want the legal answer or do you want the mom answer? So because of the FDA categorization of supplements, right? I can't tell you that it's safe to give to a baby. I will tell you, as a mom, I've given it to my boys since they were like 1, I think, because of the research that I've done, and I feel comfortable, and they're not having a full dose of it. Like it makes a big shake. So usually they're having like little cups of what I make. There is Daily Sunshine, which is pediatrician approved, and it's not only for kids, but it's marketed towards kids. And if for moms who feel more comfortable with a pediatrician approved supplement, that's an incredible option as well.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't going to hurt her to have a sip or two.
No. Yeah, you're good. Good question. Cool. Any other questions, you guys? Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you joining us. This has been a great call, and I hope that we see you guys on our Monday night call. They really are amazing. So I hope you'll be there. Thanks, guys, and have a great night. Bye.